Yay, it's coffee
Yay, it's
time!
coffee time.
Our last coffee time for 2017. Good morning, Missy
2017. Good
Jen.
morning, my Rosie girl.
Happy
Good
Sunday.
morning, YouTubers,
It is,
friends, and
there we
subscribers.
go. It is Sunday, December 31st, 2017, the penultimate day of 2017. And we thought this morning we would do something a little special for coffee time. And I know that we've got a lot of new subscribers that have joined, Jen, and they're coming on at a very fast clip now because I think a drone always brings a lot of them. But we've had a lot of great content over the last couple months coming in. So happy Sunday to all of you. We're going to get down to business today. And Missy Jen has written down some of, we want to kind of just go back and talk about some of our highlights for 2017. Now, importantly, before we really get into this, there's no doubt that the fires, the Great Santa Rosa fire of October 8th and 9th, totally dominated our lives from October, November, and December. And they're going to continue being a gigantic
Yes.
influence going forward as we see how a pretty major sized city copes with trying to rebuild a huge chunk of its housing. About 6,000 houses and structures destroyed here. And of course, we pledged to continue following that, and we did. So the ramifications are going to be many. We have a special video coming up today with the drone, our first flyover of one of the burn areas. I think I'll enjoy that. But there were a lot of happy times for 2017. But I will say, in my life, I've had a lot of strange things. But waking up that morning of the 8th of October and going to work and seeing that reddish, hellish red, pink, orange glow in the sky was unbelievable. The way that the whole horizon was just dominated. And then I did what I had to do at work, and I rushed home and grabbed the camera and was able to do some of that initial day video before all the National Guard and the police closed everything down. And I was happy to say that that video, the Great Santa Rosa Fire Cinematic Experience, was nominated and then selected for the London International Film Festival to occur in February of 2018. So I'm very, very thrilled to have that nomination and selection for inclusion in the festival. But I'm not real happy about the events surrounding the video and the videoing of that day and the subsequent days that Missy Jen and I did. So let's get to some of the happier stuff, Jen. And she wrote down some things. We're not going to dwell on them, but let's go ahead, Jen. Of course, we got Little Rascal 2 in 2017. So
Yes, that was a pretty exciting moment. Well, you mentioned another thing that you really enjoyed, going out on the water there with the boat.
oh yeah, yeah, we went out with the we went to Lake Berryessa and we went to fishing.
You
We
went to
did,
the fishing thing,
yeah,
so
really enjoyed the
you
fishing
really enjoyed that
with the
fishing
boss. That was a
thing.
definite highlight. I know you guys enjoyed the video set to music, and you know that in 2017 I set a lot more of my videos to music and made much more cinematic experiences. But Jen, that was you didn't go on that one, thank goodness. It would have been a
Yeah, well, you will not see me on a boat.
yeah, unless it's a
Um,
very big, boat or something like that. But
Luxury liner that has just big buffets and stuff, and just really comfort. Where I can touch around with my chair and just be
that's it. Be
comfortable,
comfy, baby.
get some massages and stuff. You know that, you
But it
know.
was a lot of fun and memorable seeing a great white shark attack out on the water there, and also catching our limited crabs and stuff. But there were so many things during the year.
Yeah, so for me, there were some really nice highlights, and that was, first of all, making a lot of new friends here on YouTube. That was the number one for me, and I think for both of
I
us.
think it was an excellent year for new friends.
Um, then when we actually got the little rascal, we went out to Berkeley, and I firsthand got to see Berkeley. I got to actually stand at the freedom of speech point where you are untouchable, right there, where the gentleman stood on top of the car.
Yeah, Mario Mario Savio, and the free speech movement was born back in Berkeley.
Right.
And, yeah.
So that was for me a really great moment, and going to the park, the Freedom Park there, and it was kind of
Is
sad
that the People's
also.
Park down
The
there?
People's Park, it was also sad to see what happened to the park. But overall, that was all great. And then the cream of the pie on that experience itself was going to one of the student cafeterias and eat, just merge into the lines there and eat with the students.
Hey, are you guys students? Yeah,
And
hey, look, we're having a party up on dorm
we were
17.
just mingling in there with the cell phones like everybody else, like hanging our heads in the cell phones, wolfing down our food, and like, yeah, that was just a really nice experience to be among the young people again.
And
all
also
that
to
stuff.
proving that urban boondocking would not be an issue. With Little Rascal, we were comfortable and we got a lot of great, so we felt like we could travel and stay in that. So the Berkeley, if you haven't seen it, all these things are on playlists, so check them out
Right,
on the
so
channel. What else you
the
got there,
entire
Jim?
Berkeley experience was really, really nice. So then for me also, it was really nice to see Rosie's tummy tuck unveiling and seeing the results of what can be done.
Yeah,
And
had the triple surgery.
the entire triple surgery. But for me, really, the tummy tuck stands out of the whole thing, and also
That was,
but
we have Jen,
the butt results. But really, the tummy tuck.
March 3rd, I had
And
the butt done. Then the 1st of April, I think I can't even remember all the tummy tuck was last. I think that was it.
but for me, it was like really, Rosie was really happy, and it made me happy to see her happy. So that stands out for me as a big yay for 2017. Then another really big standout for 2017 is for me when I started on the Ocrevus, the Ocrelizumab, the very first infusion. Yeah, I was nervous as heck.
Yeah, those were the two infusions took place in October, November down at UCSF there.
Because you do put something new into your body and you don't know how you're going to react. And I looked at the paper that I got just a few days ago, and they call it chemotherapy. So it is some serious stuff, but it's doing good now. After 2 months, I can say it's really been really doing good for me. So I'm looking forward to my next infusion here in the next year. So that was another big highlight. The Vegas trip here that we had recently, that was great to see Marshall again and meet Kelly and see Vegas Vixen and her hubby again, Randy. Haven't seen him in like 2 years, or 3 years. So.
Yeah, it was a good trip. And a lot of other people we met that you didn't see on camera.
Then of course all the cakes that Rosie has been baking. Guess who's been eating them? And I've been packing them on, as you can see, in the right places. So it's all good, eh? And then what I really enjoyed was going out shopping for the Christmas tree.
Yeah, that's
so that was
fun.
a nice highlight. So those are pretty much the highlights that I wrote down for 2017.
I'll just add a few more too.
So.
And there's some great highlights, Jen. There's some really excellent highlights. I think the first camping trip that we took to Lake Berryessa back in June, it was like 107 degrees. It was so hot over there. And driving over in Bobby's Nissan pickup truck with the air conditioner malfunctioning was a real trip. And if you go back and look at the Lake Berryessa camping trip there, there's a really nice playlist on there, and we had a good time going out on the boss's boat. That was a real highlight, really great highlight for me for the year. But I would have to say, Jen, 2017, besides the fires dominating everything, I have to say getting comfortable with traveling in our new mode of travel, which will be splitting between being in the RV and being in hotels and stuff. I think we finally hit the right happy compromise between those two. So that was a very important thing. I've been through two
Right.
RVs, the 1974 GMC, the Rolling Rancho, the really classic one, and then of course Little Rascal, the one that we picked up in Reno and brought back to Santa Rosa, and I restored and renovated and sold. Finally got something that's new. It's not going to break down. The thing does 80, 90 miles an hour on the hot. It's very comfortable. There's enough room in the back to sleep. It carries all the gear that we want. And I think for Jen and I, people have the mistaken notion that, oh, you guys are going to be living in that full time. Well, we're not. We're using
Mm,
that mainly as a travel vehicle. Maybe 1 or 2 nights in that, third night in the hotel, maybe one night in that, the next 2 nights. We have a lot of flexibility for what we want to do depending on weather and things like that. Of course, a big disappointment for me. I thought I would be retired. Today would be my official retirement day. But unfortunately, due to the burn zone of the fire and the fact that the Great Santa Rosa fire broke into the largest clinic in Santa Rosa and gutted the inside of the clinic. And 200 doctors lost their homes. That clinic's not going to be open for about 9 months or so. It put an inordinate amount of pressure on all the other clinics that serve the underserved population in Santa Rosa. So I could not, in good conscience, walk away and leave this situation in the hands of people coming behind me. So I decided to take that down to as much part time as I could. And the upside, of course, is more money in our pocket for travel. The downside is that I'm committed to not having extensive travel. But we will have travel in January. We will have a bigger trip in February, March. So we're going to have some good times here. Jen's going to go back. You guys got so much stuff to look forward to in 2018. We've got the drone now. We've got this cinematic approach to doing videos now, and the quality that you like to see in the videos, whether it's Vegas, whether it's the Great Santa Rosa Fire,
yeah.
whether it's Guerneville, California, or whether it's here in Santa Rosa. That cinematic list of videos continues to grow. The use of more music and putting a more professional spin on what we do here. But there's one thing that's always a constant for almost 5 years. Every single day except one, I've had a video up, a morning video here on YouTube, and I'm very proud of that. A new video or 10 every 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 single day. But I also ended up taking down about 4,000 videos for the year too, because I wanted the channel to be in a direction. You leave older things behind, and a lot of the risque kind of stuff has been removed, and it's really a channel that I can take more pride in going forward, as I do with Jen and Rosie Reality TV, which is going into its 4th year now. It's hard to believe, Jen, 2014. April of 2014, so that's coming up on its 4th year. And of course, the Rosie Murphy's been about 4.5 years too. So tonight we will be on to celebrate New Year's Eve, about 7 p.m. tonight, Western Time, 10 p.m. on the East Coast. We will be on Jen and Rosie Reality TV. Missy Jen will be sitting next to me again here tonight, and we'll be having fun, and we'll be welcoming in the new year. But Jen hit the nail on the head. The awesome friends that we have met. When I look over, you can't see it here, but when I look over the volume of cards that we received and the people that contributed to the channel through the things like Super Chat and through the viewership, the channel grew about 40% over the last year, which is tremendous for an old channel here on YouTube going into its 5th year. And it makes me think the best is yet to come. But Australia, New Zealand, Poland, Germany, England, Austria, everywhere we look at, we have so many new friends that have come on the channel. And remember, without your feedback, without your viewership, without your participation in this channel, we're just blasting this stuff into air and nobody ever sees it. You guys are the ones that make the channel as joyful as it is for us each and every day to get up and do a morning chooch and to keep these videos coming, whether it's moonshining, metal detecting, baking, repairs, vintage audio, the greatest variety channel on YouTube. Thanks so much, everybody, and I hope your 2017 was a great one. For coffee time, Missy, Jen, and I are going to sign off this morning, and we'll see you tonight, Jen and Rosie, Reality TV. If you're not subscribed, click the link below in the box and make sure you're subbed up and hit the little bell, ring my bell, so you get notifications that we are on the air. Once again, thank you, everybody. And I hope your 2018 is spanking. Thanks, everybody.